but we got dumped on about 3 inches, and then now it's getting whisked away. But it's cold. I mean, it's frigid out here. Val, what's up, brother? Yeah. Oh, those sandals behind me, huh? Yep. And then we got, you know, the little big ones, the big ones. And then we got that one. Hopefully you're doing well, man. You're only in what? I realize we're only like 5.5 hours away from each other, so we will be connecting at some point in time, given the fact that we can actually drive to Canada pretty easily. So maybe meet us over at Windsor, and then we can go to the what is it, the Hard Rock. I think there's a Hard Rock there. We can go to the casino and go stir up some shit. Oh man, Brazil's in the house, India's in the house, Turkey's in the house. Okay. When are you going back to the Fit Expo? I don't know. I did not slate that for 2025. If they have one, maybe in the summer of next year, maybe we'll look at that. Okay. I'm going to get right into some questions. One of them is, how would you prepare for a classic show? I prepare for it just like any other show, to be quite honest, primarily because of the fact that there's a height and weight division. I mean, really, that's all there is. Outside of that, you have to make sure that you're, flawless. So you have to look at your physique, and then you have to look at it with the flow and the balance. What does that mean? Well, look at a Chris Bumstead. Look at the guy that plays second, the guy that plays third. Look at those type of physiques and ask yourself, okay, do I have like a certain type of bone structure as they do? Do I have certain type of muscular structure as they do? Muscle bellies like they do? Or am I more 212, or if I'm more, open? And I think a lot of people should be open to the idea of just training their butts off and then figuring out where their body lies. So maybe in your first competition, second or third, maybe try different categories so then you can figure out what's best for you. But how I would prepare, you don't need to get super massive. I know that in the off season. I think you should be more in striking distance, let's say 15 to 20 pounds of where you would lie within your weight cap. And then understand that it's about the weaknesses that you can improve to match your strengths. And tell us about your favorite form of cardio, please. That would be sex. If I could have that more, you're shredding calories, right? What's your highest dose story used weekly? Oh, man. I don't know. Weekly? Probably like around a gram, maybe gram and a half. I don't know. Probably something around there. How to make rounded shoulders. Well, one of the things is making sure that you can hit all three heads of that delt. Primarily focusing on the rear delts. That's huge because a lot of people don't have those. And a lot of people inject things just to get those delts to pop. It's a very small muscle, so it requires a lot of attention. And your intention should be like training that first. And then obviously you're going to get the front delt just from doing presses alone. And, upright rows can work on the side delt along part of the front. Front raises are great. You can do them with dumbbells or even barbells. But side laterals are key. But the problem I see with most people is that you see them getting these round shoulders, but it's just predicated off of the presses that they do and the side laterals that they do. They're not doing enough rear delt work to the point where and sorry if I'm talking too fast, when they get lean, there's no striations in that rear delt. In fact, the rear delts are quite flat. So you got to be mindful of, exercising properly. And, when you take those pictures to post on the internet, it needs to be more intentionally focused on, I'm taking a picture to make improvements. This is J. Ellis Fit says, Florida. He's from Florida. Thanks. Man, we were just living in Fort Lauderdale, man. I miss it. Might have to come back in the beginning of the new year. I think we're going to be there. We'll definitely be in South Florida, in Florida in February for sure. Am I too old, 46, to expect enough muscle to compete competitively? Likely just NPC at this stage. Dude, I turn 45 next week. next Wednesday. I turn 45. If I can gain muscle, so can you. Good luck, man. And to be fair, like if you really want to, look at some things such as your blood work and stuff, go into the link in my bio and there's a tab for Transcend. They're, a telehealth medical company that I partnered with, and we'll get your blood work done. We'll be able to look at everything. And I mean everything, even more than what your primary care doctor probably looks at. Have you hooked up with a licensed wellness specialist that's going to give you multiple options? And it's not about serving you a bunch of anabolics. We don't do that. What we do is we can look at that blood work and find out where you're deficient and help you along the way with a wellness specialist that, in a way, is like a bodybuilding coach to a degree. Some can help with the hormones as well, kind of make it make more sense. Do we get snow here? Yeah, we got snow yesterday. And yeah, Val, ain't no strip club, man. We ain't going to no strip club, dude. We're too old for that. Well, you're not too old for it because you like that shit. We're gonna stop. My man Gabe Ladd, my bro. Skyway in the building. If anybody doesn't know where I'm truly from, it's an area called Skyway, Washington. It's in the Rainier Valley area. That's where I was born and raised. And sorry, my dog keeps running around if you kind of keep hearing all that. But yeah, that's where I'm born and raised. A lot of legends have come from the south end of Seattle and also the Central District. Where's my boy Robert at? My boy Robert Irvine just hit me up. And I I don't know where I'm seeing it. Where did you write, Robert? I'm trying to answer all these questions. That's probably why I'm not seeing yours. Respect from Morocco, Poughkeepsie in the house. I was just in Poughkeepsie this year at a bodybuilding show. Phil, what can we do to stop bad digestion? Well, you got to make sure you're looking at your digestion health, understanding what inflammatory foods are you eating, what are you using as far as pre and probiotics, understanding if there's a need of some type of a cleanse that you need to do, whether it be heavy metal or God knows what else. Bad digestion is predicated off of inflammatory foods, definitely leaky gut syndrome from various different items such as Thanksgiving dinner, that certain things you shouldn't have been eating, and maybe just having the intestinal parasites, which a lot of people don't realize they have and that they don't know how to get rid of. And that's usually the way that you can do it is a variety of things. I can go on, but that's something for a much deeper conversation. But most importantly, I believe that you need to, if it's really freaking bad, you probably need to get a SIBO test, SIBO test. What's my diet looking like right now? Man, it's terrible. I ain't gonna front. It's gonna improve though. It has to. You should jump on Fua's podcast. It would be the most streamed podcast in 2025. What if I started my own podcast? Wouldn't that be better? Uh-oh. All right, let's scroll through some of these. I watched you and Shannon. Oh, Shannon Sharp, cool stuff. Yep, me and Shannon, man, that's my guy right there. He's dope. Are you planning on competing again? No, I do not plan on competing ever again. Ever. Like, ever. But I will say, they keep raising this fucking prize money. You just never know. They keep doing that, man. I'm like, man, you're talking about $600,000 at the Olympia, man. $500,000 at the Arnold Classic. I'm like, I might get up out of this damn Herman Miller chair and go do some things. Oh, man. Sorry, I had to text my friend back. Let's see here. Let's look at requests real quick. Let's see who's trying to get on here. Let's see. Please answer stretching after training. Is it helping for growth? Well, I'm probably going to get flamed for this one, but I mean, I definitely believe that stretching, a little bit maybe It depends, man. If you're doing dynamic or static stretching, I think static stretching is good. Even during. That's just my opinion. I don't know. Someone's gonna clip this and probably make it into a story. But certain other stretching, I think, is good. Like after a while, like after you cool down. Okay. All right. Robert, I see you, bro. I see you, man. I see you, dog. I see you. I see you now. Should I go live with you, Robert? Should I go live with you, Robert? Fuck it. I'm just gonna see. Let me see. Brother from another, Robert Irvine is gonna actually click on here. Oh, oh shit!
What
There
up,
it is.
sexy?
What's up, dude? What's going on, man?
I'm just listening to you giving all this advice.
Yeah.
If they make it 500,000 or 600,000, I'll train you.
Right.
I'll make
You would make sure you train me. I would eat the best, most healthiest meals in the world. We'd have so much fun. We'd actually be able to have, and then after we win, we'd be able to drink all of your favorite liquors that you own.
about to say that after you win, we can get drunk.
Yeah, basically. Just screw up the whole diet afterwards, but have like the greatest party of all time after we win, right?
You know it. Where are you? Where are you? Home?
Yeah, I'm at the house. Well, I'm at the house. Where would these things be?
Well, I thought you might carry them around because
No, they ain't gonna carry these around.
I
Hey,
love it.
check out what's back here. So I got these at the AVC from World War II veterans.
Nice.
Yeah, I got some merch, man. Where are you guys at?
So we're in West Palm Beach, about to do a bottle signing, then a dinner tonight. So I just want to see your sexy face and just say hi.
Oh, I'm glad you did. Is there Justin in the background?
Justin's there.
Yo.
There.
What's up, Phil?
Hey, what's going on? Shit.
Hey, buddy.
Hey.
We got the whole crew rolling, but hey,
Man,
look,
I miss you guys. I miss
hi.
you guys so much. Seriously. Seriously.
Together.
Yeah.
I'll text you offline.
Yeah, text me offline. I'll hop back out. Yeah, but much love, man. Enjoy yourself.
Love.
And keep this guy out of trouble.
Oh. Last night. I got into trouble last night.
See?
Headache this morning.
But you still got up and trained. I already know you did. So
you got that right.
Yep. So
you got that right.
It's
anyway,
like,
all right, love you.
I love you too, brother. See you guys later.
See you, buddy.
All right. So that was my good friend Robert Irvine, famous chef. He does an incredible job, not just in his craft, but the way he gives back. He does so much for us, especially the troops in our United States military. I met Robert actually at a gala in DC, at a USO gala, and we just hit it right off. It was just great, man. Like to be able to, be around someone who's very like-minded, loves our country, wants to always serve. Of course, he's, in that health space also with food and in beverage, and just making sure that people are uplifted and making sure they have the hope to go see their dreams come true. He had his show, Restaurant Impossible, and he's done incredible things, not just with that, but even post those shows. He's just a good dude, man. So that's why I wanted him on for you guys to see. Who else is on here? Hey, Ben Baller in the building. What's happening? What'd you say? I hurt myself squatting 12 plates on each side. I usually do reps with 15 plates. Any advice? Stop being a bitch. Bro, speaking of people that I need to meet up with, you're like number one on the list, I think. I think you're number one for 2025. No bullshit. No cap at all. I don't expect you to ever come out to Michigan. I really don't. I'm not expecting you. But if you happen to have one of your famous meetups or something like that, please let me know. Having a badass gym facility, private, you can come through and we can chop it up. I'd love to do like a swap, maybe your podcast, mine as well. Just really want to be intentional. But outside of that, man, just want to hang and just get to know one another on a different level, man. Because I love your style, man. Anybody that's looking for a style coach, you need to follow Ben Baller, man. This motherfucker is just. I, I know I got some style. I got my own flavor. This dude, I definitely admire on how he's been able to create that swagger. He travels the world. He's always willing to engage with new people. The level of intention when it comes to his hobbies is just very, very impressive. The guy started out just wanting to get involved in some golfing and stuff. And next thing you know, not only is he golfing, but he hosts his own freaking event. Talk about an entrepreneur, serial entrepreneur. So I had to shout you out, bro. Hit me offline, please. We got to chat. How about come back to Olympia, bro? We want to see you on stage again. Man, I think about that stage a lot. I ain't gonna lie. If you look at my last Instagram post or one of them, I was talking about that. Well, just flexing in the freaking mirror at the Olympia this year in my freaking suit, right as I was getting ready to go live on the pay-per-view. Um, what year did you have your best body in your own opinion? It's interesting because I really liked 2008 Ironman. And a lot of people don't look at that because they usually look at the big wins, right? Like, these Olympias and stuff. 2008 Ironman was dope. 2010 Arnold Classic was incredible. A lot of people post that on TikTok nonstop, like the 2010 Arnold Classic. And I actually got second in that show. What else? 2010 Olympia. You guys should look at 2010 Olympia. To me, that's very, very underrated. I lost to Jay that year, but man, I look sick. Let's look through some other ones. Any advice on training back? I'm being limited by my forearms. Well, I guess you can use wraps for that. You can use different hooks. And also just train your forearms, man. And a lot of the time, when I first started training back, especially on free weights, my forearms would get sore so quick, and it was because they just never got used. So if that's an issue, just continue to work on it. Best workout program for advanced natural bodybuilders. You come to the right place because my first couple bodybuilding shows were natural against guys that weren't. Stay tuned. I will be having an offering for that very soon in 2025. I have my own issues. Essentially, I can just give you a sneak peek at it. When people talk about advanced programs for natural bodybuilders, essentially, if you're an advanced natural bodybuilder, what does that really mean? And I would like for you to define that for yourself. I would definitely take a one-on-one call with people like yourself to try to navigate that. But because what is the real definition of an advanced natural bodybuilder? Does it mean like you got years in the game, or you have muscular development, or both? Like, what does that mean? Yeah, because I could easily start my career, which I did, just reading the old Flex magazine, Muscle and Fitness, with Ronnie Coleman on the cover, reading his exercises, and I mimicked them and got gains. And he clearly wasn't natural. So that whole thing about people saying like, well, I'm natural, so I can't really do that workout. It's like, what a limiting mindset you have. So anyway, Sarasota, Florida. What up, Laura? Don't know you, but what up, Sarasota? All right, Ben, you fly out. All right, man. Yeah, we got to wrap, man, because I'm gonna text you just what the gym looks like, and I think you'll it's ill, bro. It's sick. What year do you have your best body for Olympia or Arnold Classic? Olympia. Come on. I like 2013, man. 2013 was silly. It was super round. It was before I started developing a hernia as well, so everything was just like, oh man, that was like, it was crazy. Arnold Classic, 2010 for sure. Yeah, 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 for sure. But even at the Olympia in 2017, super dry, full. 2016, that was like on some Dorian Yates, like fucking grainy shit. Like prejudging was stupid. Like people were like mad as hell. When you're good enough to have people's faces curled up like damn fried shrimp, like that's when you know you did your job on stage, man. You know that you killed it. Bodybuilding coaches here says, I just watched Breaking Olympia a couple days ago. You did a great job through all the ups and downs, man. Hey, I just want to shout you out, man. Thank you so much for that notice, that message. It truly means a lot because, you know, Breaking Olympia was definitely something predicated off of the life that I've had through those ups and downs, and knowing that there's still light at the end of the tunnel and beyond. Doesn't mean that I still don't have my bad days, but it's also letting you guys know that we can all relate to the fact that we have trauma, that we have shit that doesn't go as planned, but we continue to move forward. And if anything, you always got to surround yourself with good people. One of the most decisions you have in your life as a man is to find that perfect spouse for you that you can build with. And I believe that I did that with Sheree. And you were also able to see just how incredible she is at being able to hold space for me while I was going through all these shows while she was sick. It's crazy. Very, very lucky. But thanks for watching it. I really appreciate it. I hope more people do watch it. It's on everything but Netflix, by the way. Breaking Olympia. It says your credentials on the wall. Say it all. Thank you, brother. What do you think about Chris Bumstead? I think he's fucking dope. He's a fucking legend. His shit, like in classic, that dude, that dude. I'm trying to be nice to all the other competitors because I do like them, but he whipped their ass. I mean, he won. You know, he was the standard, and he's going to be terribly missed come 2025 and beyond. You know, but what I believe in Chris as a human being is that he's a guy of great consciousness, of self-development, self-awareness, and wanting to do better internally as much as he wants to do externally, which I can appreciate. Who else? Oh, Daquan, yes. Oh, have him text me or shoot me a DM. Let me know. Let me know what's good. Pakistan's in here. One guy says, Nitro Alpha Romero says, can I have good muscle natural without creatine? Yeah, you can. You just got to eat well and train hard and be smart. Legs separated twice in the weeks. Oh, you can do legs twice a week. You just got to make sure that you're recovering well enough to do them, and maybe having a high and low volume day would be good. Like one day, let's say Monday you did legs and it was a high volume day. On Thursday you did like a lower volume day. Watchman 9349 asks, how many meals were you having per day the year you won your first Olympia? 7. And I just so happened to win 7 of these things. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Tips for some calf growth. Well, they say it's genetic, which I do believe as far as the shape is concerned, just like everything else. Next time you go under like one of those standing calf races, and there's like a like it's a pin. Why am I doing this? Like it's pin loaded. Walk down the ladder, like do 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, and then go back up, and that's one set. You can do a lot of volume with calves. That's what people don't realize. This guy says, does masturbation affect muscles? I don't know. You tell me. I don't even know why I responded to that, but I said I would. I said, ask me anything. Who do I have winning the Arnold Classic? I haven't even looked at the lineup, to be fair. I guess I'll have to look at that. Roar Fitness Girl says, forget the big stuff. What's your 1% that others miss? That winning is everything, but at what price are you willing to give, right? Like if you're, they forget that when they go to the gym, they might be doing it for the wrong reasons. And a lot of the time we go to the gym to try to find resolve into a problem that we're having instead of focusing on the beauty of going into a gym to transform our bodies. Like I said, the gym can always be great as a helpful tool to go through various traumas. But while you're doing that, you might be creating new traumas by not fully sitting with what's bothering you. You might just be running away from it by going to the gym. In fact, that's why when gyms were closed during that bullshit ass COVID, a lot of people hurt themselves, if not killed themselves. You know, they created domestic violence, they created a lot of depression because their drug of choice, which was the gym, was not available. So I think, if anything, that's 1% that I think people do miss is that making the gym make use for yourself, but then realizing there's some unresolved trauma that needs to be further addressed that requires no gym. And I say that with all respect to everyone because it's not easy. I've dealt with it. It hurts, you know, to have to sit in there. And even today, like I don't have time to go to the gym today, and I haven't gone in a couple of days, and you know you can get depressed and you can have body dysmorphia because of it. But one thing I think we all miss out on is like, then why are we really going? Is it trying to resolve some other pain point? And it's okay to have that conversation with yourself. So I think once we can ask ourselves better questions, we can find better, deeper answers. Mm. All right, take a couple more and then I got to bounce. Quick question. Let's say today you were doing hands, but it's public holiday, so the gym is closed. So then the next day is chest. What you proceed with chest or start with fresh hams? Follow the plan, dude. If you were gonna do hams today and for some reason the gym got closed or you just happened to miss that workout, you don't just skip it and go do chest. You do it because it's on the schedule and the job wasn't completed. So if you had that on your checkbook, on your checklist of like, these are the out of the 7 days of the week, I'm going to do 5 workouts. Well, if you took a day off, you still didn't check that box of getting that done. So you know what to do. All right, I'm going to scroll all the way down because I got to do that. I don't want to miss anybody. I don't want to miss anybody. When should I go back to the gym after hernia surgery? I'm not a doctor. You need to talk to him. Um, Jay Cutler, are deadlifts considered a bodybuilding movement? Ooh. Well, of course they are, Jay, because I watched you and fucking Ronnie do them all those years, and I decided, like, man, I need to get a bigger back. But then I realized I could probably do rack deads, which you did. I'd say I built a pretty decent back. But yeah, I think it's a bodybuilding movement. I think it serves purpose for both, bodybuilders and powerlifters. Obviously, body. I guess if you're a power lifter and you're great at deadlifts, you probably have an awesome back. So yeah, it serves both. Do you still work with the Autistic Foundation? Actually, I don't. I haven't since COVID. I would like to get reintroduced to them or even somewhere out here in Michigan. I'm going to have to do some work on that as well and I appreciate you mentioning that. That's something that's very near and dear to my heart. What's your thought about Keon and Open? I think you should try it. Like, why not? Like, variety is the spice of life. Why not do that? Um, this guy says, "Do you and Jay still keep in touch?" Dude, I just mentioned his name in the live. What are you talking about? um, Everybody knows I got love for that dude, man. Him and his girl are great people. I can't wait to see them again. Phil, I believe the kid who got second behind you damaged bodybuilding and Olympia spirit. Uh, I don't even know what you're talking about, bro. I don't want to be rude, but I don't know what you're talking about. All right, listen. I'm going to read a couple more and then hop off. I keep saying that, but I am. How do you stay focused on the days you don't feel like working and everything seems like you're not getting closer to your goals? Well, understanding that these days will happen. There's going to be days where you don't feel like doing it. There's going to be days where you feel like other areas of your life aren't complete or they're just crumbling down. You have to challenge yourself that day. You can't just go to the gym because it's a perfect day. You can't go to work just because it's a perfect day. You can't communicate with your spouse just because it's a perfect day, because every day is not going to be perfect. And that takes discipline and that takes self-awareness, that takes a lot of grit, courage, and empathy. And I think once you can focus on that and just like, man, like I'm already here in this life, in this space, I have some opportunity. How do I want to seize the day? And if I want to get better, wouldn't it be great to have a story of triumph of how I started the day shitty and then ended the day strong? So I think that's a good stopping point, guys. I just want to say thank you guys for joining me on such short notice. Sorry for getting on a little late. Again, I had some business to take care of, but love to all. And we'll do this again. We'll do this again. We'll do it again next Friday. How about that? Someone give me a thumbs up that we'll do it next Friday. Will you be there next Friday? Give me one of those. And then I'm off. Give me a thumbs up. Everybody just give me the questions. All right, you guys. I love you. Gotta go.